Hey everyone, thanks heaps for joining us tonight on our, can everyone hear me? Can I get a thumbs up? Cool. Thanks heaps for joining us tonight, guys, on our Whanau Freedom event. It's me, Tracy B. I'm your host for tonight. Tonight you're going to be taken on a journey into a world of whole food living, health and vitality, and we're going to show you also how we build wealth around that as well. You're going to hear from some beautiful, amazing, mission-driven souls who will talk to you about their journey towards better health, greater wealth and vitality. We're also going to share with you guys how we've created a wonderful community of like minds all banding together, just like we are here on Zoom tonight. Before we start our Whanau Freedom event Zooms, we always start off with a karakia or a prayer just to bless the whole thing. So I'll just get you guys to bow your head for a minute. We'll do the karakia and then get started. E te atua mana ki tia mamātou e tēnei pō, ho mai kia mātou te kaha me te karoria, ake, āmene. Cool, so there we go. Thanks heaps, guys. So welcome, thanks so much for taking time out on your Sunday afternoon or evening or wherever you are in the world or on the planet. Like I said before, we're going to take you guys on an amazing journey through health and vitality. Now, about 1 year ago, I was looking for a supplement to recommend to my loved ones and especially my whānau, my family, to boost their nutritional intake. And this was super important to me because I've seen so many of my friends, my family, sick, obese, or dying, and I think that's prevalent all over the planet at the moment. I really believe that a massive part of sickness and disease is hugely to blame on the food that we eat and the food that we ingest. And the quality of food that we eat. Mother Nature gave us this beautiful gift of plants to nourish us and give us nutrients. And I think as society we've strayed so far away from that, that's no wonder we see our whānau friends suffering with poor health and physical, mental health as well. So I went to work and I jumped on Google and I found nothing that I could align myself with. Everything that I found was either fractured, it was synthetic or made up in a lab. And then a really, really close friend of mine that I trust very much, she showed me a whole food product that ticked every single box. I went to work and I spent weeks researching the product, and I found out that it had been on the market for 25 years, which was really unheard of. It also, to date, has 35 medical reviews made on this product, which makes it the most researched product on the planet, with top universities all over the globe that are validating the benefits. Now, with these medical reviews, I just want to touch briefly on that. This medical journal that we have 35 reviews in, you cannot pay any amount of money on the planet to get into these studies, and you'll be lucky to find one product or one, shall I say, study in there for one product, whereas the product I'm going to show you has 35 in here. Like I said before, most research product on the entire planet. Now, if you haven't seen the product before, it's called Juice Plus. Now, in these hot little capsule puppies, we've got 26 fruits, vegetables, and berries in a capsule. Science says we need 9 to 12 serves of fruits and vegetables every single day for a healthy cell. The saddest thing is that only 2% are actually ingesting the recommended dose. 2%, that's, I'm not going to swear, but that's not a lot. I live a very conscious, healthy lifestyle, and even I can't eat 9 to 12 serves of fruits and vegetables a day, so these are a great way to bridge the gap. I love that this product is herbicide-free, pesticide-free. Can you guys hear me? Sorry, someone just said they haven't got sound. Okay, we've got sound. Okay, cool. They're herbicide-free, pesticide-free, GMO-free. Ticked every box for me once again. They're picked at the peak of ripeness, which is super important because this is going to ensure that all the healing properties are at their highest levels. They're then encapsulated, and what I love about this is they're tested 4 times to ensure that the living enzymes and the phytonutrients are still intact and they haven't been oxidized. So that by the time it gets to your doorstep and you ingest it, your cells know exactly what to do with it because they are living. There's no warning labels on this product at all. It's just real food. It's totally safe for everyone. It's safe for kids, elderly, pregnancy, breastfeeding mamas, and athletes that need to be tested on a regular basis because it's only food. I love that I can simply pick up the product, and I don't need a PhD to read what's on the back of the label, which I think is super important. If I can't recognize the ingredients, then my cells aren't going to recognize them either. So that's a plus for me. You know, I know what broccoli, cabbage, carrot, kale, rice bran, garlic, I know what they are, so my body will know what to do with those. Now, I like to do a visual thing, so if you guys can visualize 2 kilos of 26 fruits, vegetables, and berries in front of you right now, that's a lot. We've put the equivalent of that into a capsule. Now, that's what these are. They are what bridges the gap between what you should be eating and what you're not eating on a daily basis. Results from ingesting so much of Mother Nature's beautiful gifts are decreased inflammation, which shows up in many, many, many different ways. We've got eczema as inflammation, psoriasis, arthritis, diabetes, heart disease, liver disease, obesity, the list goes on. Additional benefits from taking as many fruits and vegetables on a daily basis as well. We've got more energy, weight loss, vibrant glowing skin, faster growing hair and nails, craving more fruits and vegetables, leading to overall better health. One of the things I also loved about the product Juice Plus was its commitment to our tamariki, which is our children. They are our future, and I believe we have to take care of them. So Juice Plus are so awesome, they actually sponsor our children for free. So my little girl Ruby is part of a World Health study where we've got over 1.5 million children on the fruit and vegetable capsules. They also come in a chewy here, so they come in a chewy lolly, but it's totally made from fruits and vegetables, no nasties, no added sugar, nothing like that. We use tapioca to make the little gel, so they kind of look like a little jelly lolly. Results from studies in children being on the fruits and vegetables, they are sleeping better, better moods, pooping better, dental health is better, stronger immune system, craving more fruits and vegetables as well. Now, I know that when Ruby's on her Juice Plus, she's much happier. She sleeps really, really well. She's more regular. Her immune system's heaps stronger. The cold and flu that went through her school this winter time, Ruby was knocked out for maybe a day or 2 at the most, and then she was up and friggin' out again. So she's not knocked out for as long as the other children who were off school for a good week or so. It also helps her make healthier food choices on her own. She swims in cucumbers. Honestly, this kid, I need a cucumber farm to keep up with her intake of cucumbers, carrots, capsicum, whatever's there, she goes for it. Now, as a mum, and I'm sure there's lots of mummies on here, you know, I feel like it's my responsibility to show Ruby healthier choices, and I believe these decisions will give her the best opportunity to live a happy and vibrant life that she can share with her friends and her family in the future. So if you're a parent who's struggling to get your children to eat more fruits and vegetables, I totally encourage you to try Juice Plus. At least that way you know they're getting the 9 to 12 serves of fruits and vegetables every single day, and eventually they will crave the goodness of whole foods naturally without all the drama at the dinner table. I know that's it for us now. There is peace and tranquility at the dinner table. It's so nice. Now, the other product that we have, that I have none left of because they go so quickly, we have our vegan complete powders. Now, they are a blend of 8 vegetables and 20 superfoods. I don't know about you, but I don't think there's one smoothie or juice bar on the planet that has 20 superfoods lined up to put into your smoothie every day. We've got superfoods in there such as pomegranate, cacao, spirulina, mushroom powder, sprout powder. The list goes on and on and on. Protein is super essential for muscle and brain development and rejuvenation and sustaining energy levels as well. So our vegan protein is the perfect ratio of carbs and fats and protein. It's also been cold washed, which is super important again, so nothing's been cooked at high temperatures and cooked all the crap out of it. So all the nutrients are still intact, making sure that your body can absorb it properly. It's perfect for a meal on the go. I don't know about you, but for breakfast in the morning, we kind of get up. We don't want to do too much in the morning, so a smoothie for breakfast is perfect for us. Throw it in the blender with a banana, some nuts, some spinach, some rice milk, coconut milk, water or whatever, and good to go. And once you've ingested, 8 vegetables, 20 superfoods, and then these on top, your cells are singing. And most mornings, that's probably what Ruby has as well. And you can tell when I take Ruby to school, she's just got the edge on all the other kids. She's invested so much goodness in the morning. I'm sure she's king of the playground. So I'm blessed that I know that she's ingested all the goodness for breakfast, and then we're done and dusted. They're really, really good for curbing all cravings, and they're a much more nutritious option than a pie, McDonald's or KFC. Much, much better and way more nutrition in them. These smoothies are definitely really, really delicious. Ruby loves them, like I said, and she actually makes them on her own as well. And your taste buds will be totally satisfied, I promise. They are really yum. I don't know if everyone probably heard of the saying, like attracts like. Now, once you start ingesting all of Mother Nature's gifts, like, straight to the cell, boom, you're going to crave more of that. So our friend Kira, she introduced or created the Juicy Body Transformation. Now, you probably would have seen that as well. Kira was in MasterChef 2014. She was in the top 10. So all of these recipes are so freaking delicious. They're really family friendly, meaning they're really easy to make. You're not in the kitchen for hours. Because we are very mindful that we are busy families. So we don't want to be doing too much in the kitchen, but also making sure that everything is nutritious and delicious. All the recipes are based around whole food eating. It's all hosted on Facebook. We've got nearly 8,000 members on there now. It's created a beautiful online community where people are sharing their successes, their recipes, their experience with both Juice Plus and the Juicy Body Transformation. The Juicy Body Transformation also includes 200 whole food recipes, which are all presented in an ebook. There's no deprivation in this program at all. There's no calorie counting because that shit just does not work. It's so last month, so last century. It's not sustainable, so we don't do any of that here. We want to make sure that you guys are eating real food and getting the benefits from all of that. It'll help you eat intuitively, and you'll begin to have this beautiful relationship with your food again and yourself again as well. It's creating a healthy culture around food in the home as well. Like I said before, the meals are really, really family friendly and easy to make. Families are loving being in the kitchen around the dinner table, talking about just life in general, but also enjoying the food that they're eating as well. But honestly, like, the truth really is in the stories from true people, real people, just like you and I, that are on both the product and the program. So I've rummaged up beautiful Deb, who's going to talk to you guys about her experience with the JBT. If you could just take yourself off mute, gorgeous girl. Hey, Deb. I'll put.
Hi, Tracy.
Hey, gorgeous. Do you want to tell us, what was life like before Juice Plus, and what's going on for you now?
Well, yeah, not a problem. So I was actually introduced to Juice Plus in January of this year. And before Juice Plus, my goodness, 5 years previous to actually starting on the program, I actually started a really rapid decline in my health. after having a gallbladder removal, and then 6 months later having being diagnosed with Ross River virus. Then after that, having to have an urgent hysterectomy after them finding an oversized uterus and 3 large fibroid tumours. My health declined very rapidly, and after 3 years since then, I just never got better. I never regained my muscle strength. I never regained my vitality, my health, or anything. I became, after all of those surgeries and with the Ross River on top, I ended up with fibromyalgia, muscle aches and pains like you wouldn't believe, that was reoccurring all the time due to the Ross River virus. Joint aches. I had the, arthritic effect. I was suffering with fatigue, chronic pain, as I said, and depression that went to a new level. I've been suffering depression on and off for 20 years, but this time it went to a new level because I just didn't have my life with me anymore. Early last year, I attempted suicide. I just couldn't cope anymore, but thankfully I didn't succeed. And at the beginning of this year, in January, just before January, just after Christmas, I leant down to pick something up and pulled a muscle in my spine. At the time, I was doing a little bit of work, a couple of hours every other day. And I used to joke about having 14-day weeks because I just couldn't stay awake during the day. I used to go home, have about a 3 hours sleep, and go to bed that night about 7:30 and was just completely exhausted. Since I was introduced to Juice Plus in January, I began craving water and began craving fruits and vegetables almost instantly. I gained a lot more energy straight away within the first month. Because I had the back injury, I was still in bed. I was actually bedridden at the time. I'd pulled a muscle in my facet joint, which is in the lower part of your spine, so I couldn't bend my body at all. So within the first month, with the better food choices, as I was living on junk food before because of the weakness in the muscles, I'd just simply go and get some junk food on the way home. McDonald's, KFC, whichever one was easier. But now I'd begun craving better food choices and craving more water. I was feeling more energetic. The pain started subsiding so quickly. Not long after I started on the Juice Plus capsules, I decided to take on the powders as well, as I was just feeling so great. That curbed my depression, as it's got the plant-based niacin. I had no idea this was all going to happen. So I was very ignorant, really, when I started the program. I just thought it just made sense to me. It made sense. Fruit and veggies in a capsule, how can you go wrong? But then realising how much it was actually starting to benefit me, I started getting up and I started to actually live again. Now not only have I gained my muscle strength back again, I can actually move again. I was size 20 when I started. Now, very happily, I'm size 16 in my pants. I'm heading towards size 14. I've been moving around. I've moved up to Queensland now. I'm happy. I've started doing exercise programs where I'm doing my push-ups and step-ups. I walk long distance. I have never felt, and one of the best part about it is I actually don't take antidepressants anymore. I haven't done for now 6 or 7 months. I don't need it anymore. I simply am happy. I don't know what else to say except that I will be on this product for the rest of my life. My whole family, pretty much my whole family's on it, my grandkids, my children. And yeah, it's a lifestyle choice that I will maintain forever. It's onwards and upwards. I can only imagine. I can't even imagine what the rest of my life looks like now, but it's a great feeling to actually be able to really look forward to creating something amazing. So yeah, that's me for now. Signing off. Back to you, Tracy.
Thanks, Deb. I never, ever get sick of Debbie's story, and I've known Debbie for about a year now, and the transformation from this woman is just amazing. Honestly, you've come so far, and look at all the comments in there, babe. We freaking love you. We love your journey, and love you on this event. Thank you so much. Thanks for sharing.
Oh, you're so welcome. That's all right.
Whew. Hold back the tears. And look, it's not just Debbie who's getting amazing results on both the product and the program. I'm getting them every single day. I've got over 100 people on both the product and the program, and the results, they differ for everybody. So wherever your body needs it to go, it will go there and it will fix that. So I can't say to you it'll fix whatever's going on for you, but look, ingesting more fruits and vegetables is a plus for everything. And Debbie's just, she's one of the very many that has truly changed lives. So I feel very, very blessed that this product came into my life. Now we're going to talk about the business, because there is a business behind this amazing freaking product. And I just want to shout out to a beautiful girl, Vanessa, who's launching her business tonight. Thanks for joining us, Vanessa. We're going to hear from Vanessa soon. And she's going to share with you guys why she joined the business and why it made sense and how freaking awesome she feels doing it. And every single person that is on the Zoom tonight that's part of this mission already, I'm sure they all feel the same way. We just want to share it with everyone. But with every kind of business like this, there's always skepticism and there's always questions that come up. So I'm going to pass it over to my friend Rob, who's going to have a chat with you guys about some of the stuff that might come up. Where are you, Rob? How are you? Hey, hun.
How are you? Cool. Well, first of all, Debbie, truly inspirational journey that you're on. Love hearing those stories. So let's talk a little bit about the business. When people ask me about Juice Plus, and I let them know what we do and how we do it, they go, well, isn't that a pyramid scheme? And I say to them, well, what is a pyramid scheme? They go, it's, where there's a whole lot of people at the bottom and there's one guy at the top that's raking in all the money. I said, so your everyday job, what does that look like? Looks like this. So we've got all these lovely little people at the bottom, and let's just, for example, let's take a supermarket. We've got the trolley guy down here, okay? He's living down here, and we've got the CEO of the company up here. Now, there's many, many levels on the way up to being the CEO of the company. Lovely handwriting there. So this guy down here, we'll just call him Bob, down the bottom. It's going to take him years of working really hard to make his way up through supervisor, middle management, upper management, and then maybe, just maybe with some really good luck, he might just make it to CEO and a lot of hard work. Could take, all of his life to do that. It might take him 10 years to get to supervisor. Now, the thing is with a traditional business is, all these people work really hard. This guy at the top's getting most of the money. But for Bob to move all the way up, he's going to be competing against all these other people. And there might be a supervisor up there that's trying to protect his job or her job. And that's what we tend to do. As new people come in, we're very protective of the role that we have. We don't want to lose our job. Now, with Juice Plus, we're going to tip that triangle on its head. So you give me a second and I'll just wipe this out. I'll give us another triangle very quickly. Here we go. Okay, so when you join us at Juice Plus, it's really simple. You're going to start right here as a virtual franchisee. Okay, now there's all these levels that you can achieve on your journey through Juice Plus. Now, up at the very top here, the top of this particular triangle, is you've got National Marketing Director. Okay, now these people know what they're doing. They're looking after lots and lots of people. What's different about our business model is that everyone that is in your upline and in that upline, they are supporting you. It's a mutually supportive environment. So what does that mean? That means you don't need to be an expert. You don't need to be an expert at all, because everyone is here to give you the information you need and to give you the training that you need. And as you move up through the ranks, you will learn more and more, and then what you will do is you will teach new people that come in. And it's all about sharing, support, and caring, okay? So you never have to worry about being an expert, because you can always go to your upline and they will always come back and support you and help you with whatever you need. Now, the harder you work, obviously, the further you can go up. And there's plenty of spaces at the top for everyone to get as far as they want to go. Now, National Marketing Director is a very high level, but it's not the highest you can go. But let's just say you've got all of these spaces up here, and there are tons of people that are National Marketing Director now. And then they have all these people that they look after. So it's great. Even if there's another thing off to the side, you might make friends with someone who is also in Juice Plus, and they'll be your sideline, and they also have great ideas, and they're also going to be very supportive of you. So no matter where you are in the business, you're always going to have someone that you can turn to support you and also to inspire you. And that's the biggest thing for me that I've found being in the Juice Plus family, is how inspiring and how supportive everyone is. That's pretty much what I've got.
Thanks, Rob. Rock. You so rock it. I just want to touch base on, I never met Rob until we met on Zoom, didn't we? And that's this, I want to touch base on how this community works. Like you can touch base with anyone all over the globe, and Rob and I have known each other for about 8 months just on Zoom and on the internet. And then the week before last, I actually got to touch Rob like he's real and give him a hug. He's like, yay! It's like having this virtual family that actually comes to life. I freaking love that. And
absolutely,
it's the best.
I love it.
And like Rob said, like we cannot get to that pinnacle without being nice, loving, embracing, supporting, and uplifting one another. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I've worked in a few places and that shit don't happen in other places. So, you know, if you're not a nice person, I don't think this business is going to be for you. But if you're not a nice person, this could also change you as well if you want to be a nice person. So thanks, Rob.
Absolutely.
Thanks for sharing.
And just to add real quick, this is what Tracy was talking about.
Thank you.
So you got the yummy, yummy chocolate, and actually my favorite, the French vanilla. Lots of goodies inside these. In fact, as Tracy mentioned before, they end up disappearing from my house very, very quickly. And I end up rocking through them so quickly because I love them. If I'm running out the door early in the morning, got to get on my bicycle to get to work, get one of those whipped up, chuck it back on my bike, I'm off to work.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Rob. Thank you. You're right. They disappear so fast in my house. And then I think I find one and it's empty. I'm like, ah! So you have to just go order some more. But thanks. Thanks, Rob. So, yeah, you guys, it's not a pyramid scheme. They're illegal. And I don't know about you, but I don't do stuff that's illegal anymore. I'm way too old for that. Now I'm going to pass it over to my beautiful friend Emma, who I've also met through the virtual world and personally as well. Where are you, Emma Schmemmer?
I'm here, babe.
Can you wave to me?
I'm here.
All yours.
I'm here with my little sidekick Miles. He just had his second birthday today, so we're a little bit hyperactive. I'm going to get my whiteboard stuff done quickly, and then I'm going to share my story because he usually likes to try and get involved with all that. So we'll see how we go. I'm going to be talking about something that can often come up with this business, and certainly came up for me, as you'll hear in my story a bit later on. And that's, I can't do this business because I do not know anyone. So with the products, obviously, we loved being a product of the product. So we use the products. Sure, because they're friggin' amazing. Why wouldn't you? You talk about the products and you share amazing results. And just as you would like a hairdresser or, you know, your nail place or whatever, you talk about good service and talk to your friends about it. You do that with Juice Plus. The only difference is the hairdresser, the nail place or the restaurant or whatever it is that you're recommending don't pay you, but Juice Plus do. So that's really awesome. So what we do is we teach people the power of numbers in this business. So when you start out in this business, you start out as yourself, and then you might reach out to say 2 people. I mean, everybody knows 2 people who want to look better, feel better, and earn more money, right? So it's not that hard. And then those 2 people, we teach those 2 people to teach 2 people. Then those 4 people teach 2 people. This is where I start. Okay. Then those 16 people teach 2 people. And then before you know it, you've got 60 plus people in your business. And that's a friggin' awesome number. Like, you can certainly have a lot of success in this with 60 plus people in your business, believe me. But one thing we do sort of show is the power if you just teach 3 more people and you teach 5 people. So this is the first time I'm doing this without it being written down. So I'm relying solely on memory. Good thing about this is you don't need to be good at maths to be good at this business. You can certainly just wing it and it's all about the product. So if you teach 5 people and then you teach those 5 people to teach 5 people, it's 25 people. You teach those 25 people to teach 5 people. 1, 2, 5, and then as you can see, before you know it, the thing is exploded and it's out of control, and you only taught 5 people. So definitely, you can definitely do this business without knowing many people at all, which is fantastic. And I'll just show you with something else which kind of puts it into perspective as well. And that's what we like to call the popcorn effect. So this business, I mean, as you can see by those numbers, has the ability to grow in spite of you. So, for example, I came into the business 7 months ago and I was introduced by my gorgeous friend Linda. And then I introduced the business to my friend Sarah because she was a single mama and wanted a little bit more, wanted money for travel, had more months at the end of the money and needed, wanted stuff for her really. So she didn't want to just be paying bills. So this was awesome for her. And she introduced it to her friend Monica, who was about to become a mama. And since then, Linda's introduced it to Jamie Lee, Trudy, her son and daughter have jumped on board. Jamie's introduced it to somebody. I've introduced it to more people, so I've had Nicole. Nicole's had her mum Vicky jump on board. Just a second, Bob. Almost done. And I've had other people like my mum and a lovely girl called Bonnie, and and it just keeps going. And as you can see, so it's kind of like old-fashioned popcorn. So when you cook popcorn on the stove and it keeps growing, it just keeps, you take it off the stove and it just keeps popping on. This is like this business. So you could take a month off to travel or anything like that, and you'll come back and your business has just continued to grow, and it's fantastic. As I said, I started this business 7 months ago. We were living in Brisbane, so I'm actually from New Zealand originally. I might still have a little bit of an accent. It comes in occasionally. I have been living in Australia for 8 years, but we moved over from Whanau, moved to Brisbane, and before having Miles, we were a fly in, fly out family. When Miles came along, my husband did fly in, fly out for a year, and we decided enough was enough. Hey, can you take this over here? Can you take that over there and draw on there for me, please? Okay, thank you. And fly in, fly out family, we decided after a year that enough was enough. My husband wasn't getting to see Miles. It was, pretty crap. So we made the move from Brisbane to Darwin because he had work up here. And for the last year, we've been living up here. But Darwin's a really crazy place. It's super hot. And it's expensive. And I was finding that the heat was really getting to me, finding that I wasn't as healthy and as fit as I once was back in Brisbane. I wasn't getting out as much and getting exercise. And I started to put on a bit of weight, wasn't feeling fantastic. And I just really felt like I needed to do something. The other thing is Darwin's really expensive. So living on one income, we were finding it a bit tough financially. Rent's expensive, groceries expensive. So certainly the idea of having an extra income was certainly something that we could, definitely would be a blessing. So when I jumped on Facebook one day, saw my friend Linda posting about the Juicy Body transformation. I thought, wow, this sounds amazing. She had a background in nutrition, so I certainly did trust what she had to say. And I asked her all about it, and I thought it just sounded amazing, and the fact that there was a business behind it just sounded awesome as well. So I love the fact that not only have I been able to improve my own health and reach some goals, I've also been able to help others reach their health and their goals. And I just love hearing, and who wouldn't love to hear amazing stories like the ones you've heard, like especially Debbie's? I know that they've had some sort of part in that. What an amazing buzz. So it's pretty cool. That's a very cool feeling. And I've had, own health success, family health success, friend health success, as well as wealth success. Like, I love nothing more than getting messages in my inbox from teams saying, oh my God, I got paid X amount of money. I've been able to pay a bill that's been hanging over our head for ages. That sort of thing is just the most rewarding feeling, and even better than my own success. So other cool thing for me was I was supposed to return to work last month in September after being on maternity leave for 2 years. And because of the growth and what the potential my husband and I can see in this business for me, I was actually able to call my old work up in July. I was used to work in the corporate world, and just say, look, I don't need to come back because I've found something else that's going to replace that income, which is fantastic, and means I get to stay at home and basically help people with their health and wealth whilst working in stolen moments around my little boy. And he's quite often on my Zooms with me, and he's my little buddy, so I wouldn't be without him. So that's my story. So I'm going to pass it back to Tracy now.
Here I am. Thanks, Emma. And you're so right. Like, Miles is with her all the time, and that's the beautiful thing. I just saw in a comment, someone said, how cool is this? We can do this business with our little ones. And I've found since being in this business, it attracts a lot of mamas because we want to be at home with our little ones as much as we can and not go back to work. So Emma's so blessed to not have to do that. There's so many mummies out there who just wish for that. So very, very happy, very, very blessed for you, Emma. Miles is so cute. Now, we're going to pass it over to Julie, who's going to talk about the fun stuff. Where are you, Jules? Julie. Hey, babe.
Hey, how you going?
We've also got Vanessa, who's launching tonight. So you can pass that on to Vanessa when you're ready, Jules. Thanks.
Okay, cool, I'll do that. So my name's Julie. I'm a mum of 4. I have a 9-year-old, a 5-year-old, and twins who are 22 months old. And Juice Plus came into my life about 11 months ago. I was at home. My husband and I have a traditional business that we've had for 12 years now. And things were starting to get to a point where, because I wasn't working, the twins were a bit younger and I was at home, I wanted to stop asking, this is Wilbur, he's my 5-year-old, and I just wanted to stop asking my husband, like, when were our clients going to pay their bills? And it was becoming quite stressful and causing a lot of stress in our relationship. I was at a point where I was like, okay, well, I need to do something from home, because I was clear that I didn't want to pay $1,000 a week for childcare for twins, because when you've got 2, it's double the cost. And I didn't want to go to work just so that I would come home. See, I love that Wilbur's flexing his muscles there. And I didn't want to be at home, didn't want to be at work to come home to just pick up my kids from childcare and after school care to deal with them at dinner time, which traditionally in my house, and I know in most of my friends' homes, is one of the stressful times of night. And that's just not what I wanted for my family. So I started looking into what I could do from home. I looked at, I loved a lot of pages on Instagram. So I set up some Pinterest files and I had all these ideas about things that I was going to make, baby booties, bibs, t-shirts and all these things. And then I sort of realized I couldn't decide what I was going to make. So I put it out to the universe and I said, please just give me a sign. What should I make? I can't decide. And I was on Facebook following Kira, and she put up a post about working from home to do with, healthy, whole foods in families. And it was working part-time and the ability to earn a full-time income. And I thought, I was quite curious about that. So I came onto an event similar to this and listened to normal people, just like us, just like all the people that you've heard on here tonight, all real people, no fake people from the internet, just real people with real stories. And I was really inspired by some of the things that these mums were starting to create in a really short space of time. So I took a chance and signed up to do the business. And I wasn't really sure to begin with how I would go, and I just wanted to at least cover the cost of my products because I was blown away by the products and all the stories about it. My family's always been into whole food and naturopaths and all those kind of things to look after our health after my mum had cancer a long time ago. We've got loads of amazing health stories from my family, but I won't go into those tonight. But amazing stories. And so I feel very blessed that I've had the opportunity to have it as a business and also have the products in my life as well. The difference that it's made is that, having had our own traditional business, sometimes things don't always go well and, clients don't always pay on time and sometimes they don't pay at all. So the freedom that you think that you're going to have by owning your own business, in fact, isn't there, and you have a lot of stress as well. And if you lose a contract, where's the extra money coming from? So this business has given my family some more financial security that we didn't have before, just from the one business. And that's just something that you don't have in jobs these days. There's not a lot of jobs that are secure either. So that's an amazing thing about it as well. And the other thing about the business is that it's just being able to be financially independent as a mum and feel like I'm contributing something to the family myself and not having to feel like, I'm not contributing in that way. Anyway, so and the ability to dream again as well. I'm just going to share a little bit with you about the money. We often talk about this business as being, the golden ticket. And I believe that's because we have health and wealth connected together, because if you don't have your health, you can't enjoy your wealth. And for me, health is the new wealth. So we get paid three ways in this business. We get paid retail commission. We get paid bonuses. Retail profit bonuses and commission. And the beautiful thing about bonuses, I don't know about many of you out there, but when I was working in the corporate world, there wasn't a lot of bonuses going around. And, there still don't seem to be too many floating around. So we have a bit of a rule in our team that if you get a bonus, you have to spend it on yourself. And as a mum, I know I'm always spending money on my kids first before I spend anything on myself. So everyone comes into the business as a virtual franchisee. And the very first level that you start working towards in this business is SDVF. Now, when you get to SDVF, you get a $400 bonus, and the person that taught you also gets a $400 bonus. And that's what we talk about it being a teaching business and a business where you get rewarded for helping people. We don't get rewarded for signing anyone up as a virtual franchisee, but when we help them, that's one of the ways that we get paid. So I'm just going to cross over to Vanessa now so she can share with you what she's excited about with the business.
Hi everybody, so my name is Vanessa and I came across Juice Plus on Facebook a couple of months ago, and I was really intrigued by it because my health hadn't been that great. So I've had 3 surgeries in the last 12 to 18 months. My immune system was horrendous, my hair was falling out, I had big bald patches at the back underneath, my nails were breaking. I used to have beautiful nails and then all of a sudden I didn't, and they were soft and peeling and horrible. I'd had symptoms from IBS for years. I can't even remember how long it's been now. And so I looked at Juice Plus and I thought, man, I was excited about the idea that I could even be healthy again. So I started taking the berry capsules, and straight away I noticed that I had nails again. I was pretty excited about that. And then the hair came with it. So now I've got really healthy hair again that's growing, and I don't have any of these bald patches at the back I used to have. I've had no symptoms of IBS at all. I could almost say that I'm a normal person now, which is a really cool feeling. And then I just thought, man, if I'm noticing results as good as this, then I should be sharing this with other people. So Joe I had a bit of a chat, and then I sort of thought, well, maybe I should get into selling this as well, because I thought if I can help other people as well on my journey, then why not? And also my work is coming to an end. The company that I work for at the moment, it's a very, very stressful job. I manage 26 people, and yeah, I put in a lot of hours, and I'm actually going through a redundancy process at work at the moment, and I thought, man, this is perfect timing for me. It just seems to have come up at a good time. So I thought if I can make money from helping people with way less hours and way less stress, then this was the job for me. So here I am. So I've now been selling Juice Plus for not very long. I'm only on a couple of weeks, but I've already seen some really good results and got a few customers. So I'm, yeah, really happy with it. So I just recommend it to everybody. I'll pass it back to you, Tracy.
Yeah, thanks, Vanessa. That's awesome. And yeah, that's just yeah, like I was saying, you just these days you don't know, what's happening with your jobs. You're at the mercy of restructures. I used to work at Air New Zealand many, many, many years ago, and I think I went through 7 restructures in 6 years. So it does create a lot of stress for people. So when you can work for yourself at a low risk business like this, that's one of the things I love. Also, what I loved about this business is you don't have to send anything out. The company takes care of that. They take care of all the things that I don't have time to do and I don't like doing. So they take care of the billing and all the sending things out to our customers. So that's something that's really awesome as well. And you can just like we're on a Zoom, you can connect with people in different countries. It's not just limited to the people that are in your direct town or community or anything like that as well. So after you get to SDVF, the next level you get to is SC. And when you get there, you get a $600 bonus. And the person that taught you also gets a $600 bonus. Then the next level is SSC. And that's a swanky $1,200 bonus. And the person that taught you also gets a $1,200 bonus. After that, we go to QNMD. And at QNMD, you get a $1,500 bonus. And the person that taught you also gets a $1,500 bonus. Look, I wanted to put an extra 0 on that because I got so excited about the possibility of getting it. And up here we have NMD, our National Marketing Director, which is the top level. And there you get a $3,000 bonus. And the person that taught you doesn't need to get a bonus by then because typically as an NMD you would be getting close to between $80,000 or over $100,000 once you get up there. I'm just going to share with you a little bit about the people who introduced us to the business and who are mentoring us through this process, Adam and Kira. A few of us have mentioned Kira tonight, and Kira was a stay-at-home mummy for 8 years. And, as some of you will know that our mums, we do tend to lose ourselves in that job sometimes because we're putting everybody else first. And she really, when she saw Adam doing well in this business and she started to build some confidence around what she could do. And it's just really grown from there. She's mentoring, loads of women around Australia and other parts of the world that are, all being able to create a business from home. And the beautiful thing about it is it's not like a normal business. It's actually where people who want to help each other come together. So a lot of us on this event here tonight didn't know each other, but we're all here to support one another to achieve our goals. And I think that's one of the amazing things. And Adam and Kira are great mentors. I think we're part of the fastest growing team in the world at the moment. They have a very clear vision of where they're taking us all. And it's a very, very supportive environment. They used to own, I think it was 3 health and fitness studios, and within 9 months of doing the business, Adam was they were able to retire from those and just do this business full time. And now they're making some ridiculous money and got so much time freedom. Adam's able to take his oldest daughter to school. He loves playing golf in his spare time, and they're doing this in part-time hours. So that's pretty amazing. I'm just going to pass this back to Tracy, and she can finish off anything that I've left off. Thanks, babe.
Thanks, Jules. Thank you. Beautiful, beautiful share. I just want to share my story just a little bit and let you guys know that, since I joined this business, I joined it a year ago, and there's no freaking way a year ago I would have even dreamed of doing this, like speaking on a Zoom. Like when I first saw Adam and Kira doing it, it was like, oh my gosh, how did they get so far? But there's so much growth in this business and inspiration from everyone around you, you know. And yeah, I just I want to touch on that. Like a year ago, there's no way I would have thought I was going to do the Zoom. I never would have thought I would have achieved what I have so far. I'm about to close the doors on my traditional business I've been in for 13 years. In about 6 months, I'll say goodbye and totally dive into this, because I get to help way more people on a bigger scale. And with the internet now, like, I can help people all over the globe. And I think just as a human being, we crave that, you know, to be helped, but also to help others. And the more people that you help, the more you will receive your hopes, your dreams, and your wishes. And I'm telling you now, like, I had so many hopes, dreams, and wishes that just weren't tangible. They were dreams. They were just dreams. They were like, because in a traditional business or just working from 9 to 5, I don't know about you guys, but my dreams were big, and it was like they were just going to be dreams. And since I joined this business, those dreams are soon going to be reality. You know, I'm going to spend so much time with my friends, my family. At the drop of a hat, I can just go and help friends, or go visit my family in New Zealand, or, you know, give my daughter the opportunities that she's allowed to have. Whereas, you know, my life before Juice Plus, it was like I just had to work and work just to make sure that, you know, we could live day to day, month to month, week to week. No more. And this is an easier way, and it's fun, it's loving, and it's inspiring. And you just want to share that with everybody. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I hope you guys have taken heaps out of tonight. Whoever has reached out and given you the link, reach out to them if you guys want to know more about the product, want to jump on that, gain more energy, vitality, health, and vibrant life. Reach out to the person who sent you this link. If you're keen to learn more about the business and jump in with a community, like Julie said, we are the fastest growing team on the planet right now. If you want to be a part of that, if you're driven and your dreams, you want to actually touch them and, you know, live those dreams, then you're in the right place. Reach out to the person who has given you this link. No one gets left behind in this business. If you've got Wi-Fi and a dream, it's all yours there to take. So, you know, if that's something that you guys are into, you want to be a part of, all you have to do is just reach out to whoever gave you this link. It'll be awesome. So before we close off, we always close off with a karakia again, just to kind of bless it all. And I think hopefully you guys saw the message. I'd love, love, love to get a screenshot of all of us, I don't know, waving or smiling or something, because normally when I do it before, everyone's just sitting there kind of looking a little bit, you know, it's like, so we'll do something fun at the end. That'd be cool. Thanks, guys. So we'll get you to bow your head and then we'll do a screenshot. That'd be cool. E te atua mana ki te mamato e tēnei pō, homai ki mātou te kaha me te kororea, ake ake, amene. Kia ora, everyone. Thank you so much for being part of this tonight. Now,